All right, guys, getting things underway. Our 310th show match about to kick off right now. I'm joined with Maze's Realm, guest caster Landon in the building. Fellas, what's going on?
I am ready to cast with my man Landon right here tonight. I'm excited. I haven't casted in a little while, and I'm very, very happy to be back. And Landon here for the first time. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It is, man. It's going to be great. I'm excited. Especially
two brand new squads kicking off tonight. No Threat going up against Earthroot Gaming. Two fresh AM squads in the community. Landon, brother, I'm happy you're on here. Who did you want to jump on board with first thing?
No, I'm a person who likes gamer tags, and I like the gamer tag Mojo from looks like No Threat. So I'm gonna kick it off with him as we head into this first game, which is going to be Hardpoint.
That's absolutely right. On Retreat as well, one of the best maps on that Hardpoint rotation, in my opinion. It's a lot of fun to watch and cast and definitely play. And as you see right now, it's a very good start from both teams. Both of them keeping it very close as Remarks is trying to contest the hill. Mojo also going to sit in the hill and stay alive as his teammates are slaying around. And so far, it's just a 2-point game on the Scrap Point Hill.
Yeah, I was looking at the guns actually for Next Threat. They actually have looks like all 4 barrels going out, except for one. I think Dreamer's the only person running an ASM-1. So pretty good strategies. There's a lot of long lines of sight that you can get on a map like Retreat. A lot of long lines of sight that you can pick up with kills, and they've been doing it pretty effectively. However, they are down by about 8 points, but that rotation getting ready to come in as we grab the last couple seconds here, which is actually going to be Dreamer. So Dreamer grabbing those last couple seconds of scrap time as we move over to this next hill.
Yeah, and this is so close to call right now as the rotation didn't come through for ERG so far. Remarks playing that objective very well, gets his second capture of the game as he's still alive in the hill, but he's got a teammate that just dropped. That was Lethal that got taken down right there. And now it is all up to Dreamer to try to break the hill. He's going to go down. And just like that, we're going to be able to see a significant lead going in favor of Earthroot and a melee coming in from Remarks on the hill as well.
Yeah, Evione coming from the back, picks up a nice 2-piece, so he's going to have hill control, but for the time being, he will eventually drop. Dreamer going to pick up those last couple seconds of the hill, but Dreamer going to get naded by Kudos, so good nades coming out of the boys over on Earthroot Gaming. Lethal now trying to hold down some time as he will be shot in the back. Can he get the 2-piece? No, teammate going to help him out there, so 26 to 42, some good clutch points coming out of Next Threat as they've been able to grab a lot of time, but you can see the rotations. I'm taking a look at the minimap just for a few seconds as looks like we're going to see the ERG boys looking to get that rotation down to maybe try to advance this lead as much as they can.
Yeah, absolutely right. And honestly, No Threat did everything they had to do to get back in and break that hill. They were able to do so. Now they have to do it again. But it's Smack that is absolutely taking down everyone that's contesting the hill. And he's staying alive too until just then when he does go down and 2 of his teammates will assault that hard point. And so far it has been contested, but no points have gone through for No Threat. So this is definitely going to be up to Earthroot to be able to get some more points going their way, but it's only a 9-point game right now, Landon.
Yeah, Earthroot, if they were not, I'm not saying if they were smart, but they would be smart to make the guys of the other squad, looks like Lethal, to maybe spawn out and toward Rock, which would be very advantageous for them if they can get that to happen. They can grab some time, kill those guys off of the break, and ultimately increase their lead. So, going to be about a 6-point game. Last couple seconds here as we're getting ready to rotate over to this next hill. Looks like Duggish not wanting to let go of any of that time. Lethal and Remarks going to be holding up that scrap time as we head into one of the last hills of the first side rotations. Remarks going to be one of the first guys here from Earthroot, going to grab some time. I like this play from them. They're going to have a couple players advance toward the beginning, or toward the front to kind of hold down some time, try to grab some kills as Remarks will be taken out from behind. So going to be about a 15-point game. Not a whole lot. I mean, there's about half the game left, but still have a lot of opportunity to get points, but only about a 16-point game.
Yeah, it is, and it's actually interesting that you mentioned that, considering the fact that No Threat is actually getting outslain on that kill death column, as you can see there on the right hand side on the scoreboard, and that is definitely something that is good for them, that they're still able to keep it this close while getting outslain. But Kudo has to pick up a lot of kills here, as he's the one that's holding the spawns, but he is going to go down, and that's going to leave the rest of his teammates in a very sticky situation with 10 seconds left on that bar hill. It's going to be all up to who can rotate over to the attic and start making either their lead, a gargantuan one, or start to get back in the game.
Yeah, next it was on the rotation. Duggish is going to fall, so just like that, 4 players who were there on the hill for ERG have all been taken out. Mojo now in there for next threat will fall just like that. So Earthroot Gaming going to have control of this hill, and this is an opportunity to grab a lot of time. Player coming through the window. Remark's going to take him out. Players coming from just about every single angle, and he's been able to hold down time for it being 4 streak right now for Remarks, as it looks like ERG trying to increase their lead, trying to be up by at least 50 points here, and they're doing a great job at it. I don't believe they've even let 1 second go on this hill thus far, and this is, like I said, this is the money hill. This is where you can grab some time. If you're able to hold on just about every single point of entry, you can grab a lot of that time. That's exactly what these Earthroot Gaming guys are doing.
Yeah, absolutely right, and it was a little bit of a mistake there from Remarks. He had a kill streak, then pushes out of the hill to try to pick up a kill, and he will get taken down. But so far, they've only allowed about 1 or 2 seconds to go in favor of No Threat, and that's a very, very good way to establish a good lead so far. It's about 60 points so far, and that is exactly what they're going to try to build up on, as the second rotation of these hard points will now commence, and this is a good lead for them to start with.
Yeah, look at these both teams. Who I've really seen has been on the better side of the rotations has actually been ERG. So they've actually been doing a great job at holding hard points, or if they haven't rotated, or if they've been grabbing the scrap time, they've been very good at just pushing hills as a team and really just grabbing a lot of time overall. But going to be right now, it's going to be next threat Avion kind of leading in kills a lot by his team. You know, next player is 7 or 8 kills behind him, so definitely leading in that slaying category for his team. Kind of, I wouldn't say having the backpack, but he's definitely, you know, helping his team out in that slaying category, trying to make them advances. Looks like Mojo gonna get taken out from a grenade at a lethal, as he's definitely lethal with those grenades. Puns coming out early on, Mace. It's gonna be a great. It's gonna be a great one.
So far, so good, Landon. And I want to also point out, Avion and Remarks are definitely the MVPs for their designated squads. The main difference, though, is that it is really the defense that have come to make this a difference maker here for Remarks. He's got 6 defense. He's been able to get all of the kills necessary to stay alive on those hills, and he's got 9 captures. A fantastic performance from him with 20 kills and now 18 deaths. Fantastic way to get themselves established here on Hardpoint on game number 1. 145-60 though, as this one is starting to really go in favor of ERG, and they're not showing any signs of fatigue so far.
Yeah, 146-65. This is the point where you look at the game and you say there's 3 minutes left. This is the time where we can come back. This is the time where we grab as many points as we possibly can. And if anything, just try to grab as, you know, while say the game is over, at least try to grab as much time as you can coming into the next, couple of games. It's going to be search and destroy, but still, you got to be grabbing as much time. You know, I think honestly, momentum is such a big factor in this game, and if you're able to at least just have a couple good moments, whether or not you win or lose, it's going to be big heading into the next couple of games. But now looking at inside of the game, ERG lethal going to be grabbing those last couple seconds of scrap time, much I guess you could say much needed time, as they're just trying to advance their lead. 100 point now going to be in favor of this ERG lineup, as it looks like next threat going to be inside the hill. Avion, who's been really a big factor in this game, will drop. So as they're going to try to grab some points here, they're going to need they're going to need to grab just about every single point available.
Yeah, they are definitely going to have to do that. They're still mathematically in it, but they're down by over 100 points, and that is about 1 hill and a quarter, and that's going to be very difficult for them to try to get back in it. It's just a lot of hard work, and they're starting to get some points on this one. Dreamer, the huge factor, but he's going to get taken down. Avion also gets taken down near the cave spawn, and that is going to force the players to spawn and pull, and that is definitely going to be very difficult for them to get back in that hill and contest it.
Lethal just went off there, finding the 4-piece. Lethal going off right now, takes out just about every single player of next threat. They are definitely looking like the better slaying team in this game. And when you're looking at Advanced Warfare series, you look who's the better slaying team. I wouldn't say 90% of the time, but a very good percentage of the time, the team that is slaying will win the series. I know it's hard to believe in a game that's this fast paced, but that's normally how it will go. Hopefully, we'll see a very good series. Maybe the next guys just starting off a little bit slow, but we'll see heading into this next game. Looks like Lethal running around with a knife, trying to grab some kills, without his gun. He's been doing it with his gun so far. His remarks, using some nice parkour skills, gonna pick up one. Gonna have a couple players off to his right, and you can just see all in the kill feed for the time being. Looks like ERG doing a great job, really holding off some time and watching over their players who are inside of the hill, doing a great job at it.